Thank you, Chloe. On to the local news now. At around about 7:25 this morning, a quarry located in was evacuated. This was after multiple reports from eyewitnesses on the scene suggesting that machinery in the area started aggressively malfunctioning. There were reportedly around 20 machines on the site at the time, but we can officially confirm that nobody was injured and the site was immediately evacuated following this incident. It is currently unknown exactly what the cause of the incident was. However, we have managed to secure an exclusive interview with one of the workers at the quarry.
It's all a bit of a blur, really. There I was 1 minute, doing my work. The next thing, it's smoking, it's spinning out of control. It's not the kind of thing you expect to see when you come to work, is it?
Thank you, Chloe. On to the local news now. At around about 7:25 this morning, a quarry located
How's it going? Welcome back to the Untitled Park Series and welcome to the final episode of the Quarry here in Planet Coaster 2. It is finally the end. We have finally finished the area and today I'm going to give you a full tour of the area day and night, and I'm just going to show you little hidden details that I might not have showed you before in the other episodes. So, welcome to the Quarry and let's get into it. I will be walking around first person, obviously, because that's what the game's made for. Now, I may have told a little lie in the intro. The area is about 98% complete. I mean, there's still a couple things that I need to fix. For example, the donation wall, that's going to be a screen, and that's going to be a cool little animation, so I'm going to get that sorted, ready for the next episode or just the future. But apart from that, it's all good. So yeah, before we get into the actual area, we have some new cable cars. They're going to be from like the front of the park over to the back, which is going to be the quarry area. And yeah, I thought they look cool. So we're going to get into that in the episode in the future, but yeah, let's get into it. Here we have the quarry entrance sign from episode 1. I was very happy with this when I got started, and I mean, putting it in the area really put into perspective that this could work, and if I can make this from scratch, then I can do anything. That entrance sign kind of kicked off the whole series really, and there's a little cheeky hidden detail, but yeah, I think that looks cool, and I'm going to show you it at night as well to make everything look beautiful. I'm really happy with the view that you get walking down into the quarry. I think it's pretty cool, especially when you have the coaster going round. Yeah, walking in, you see the ride go round, it's so cool. I mean, something I might add in the future is like nets coming down from the ride so people can't throw apples, pesky people throwing apples down. So yeah, I might add that in the future, but I just want to kind of move on to the next area and not like completely dwell on really small details that they do matter, but I mean, they're not necessary at all. But before we get into that, I want to show you the generator I made. There's a couple of them around the area, and I didn't originally make these for the quarry. They were for another project that I was making and didn't finish. So I thought, you know what, I can bring this over. It's perfect. If you want the code for this, you can head over to my Instagram, and there will be all the codes for like the shipping container, the light, the whole crane. I'll give you the crane if you want, and yeah, you can find them on my Instagram in my highlights, and you can look at all the codes I've got on the Frontier Workshop. So there you go. But yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I'm really happy with the details on it. So yeah, let's move on. So walking down, we've got some pipes on the left. I don't really like keeping areas empty with like bushes and stuff like that, so I wanted to add a little something into the area. So we've got some pipes and bushes. Again, they might not be completely accurate to an actual quarry, but they're there, so there you go. Also, walking down on the right, we have the Crane View Cafe, which I made in episode 2, I think, and I'll bring you in there in a couple minutes, but I am very happy with the little view line you get with walking down. I think it works really well, and yeah, it looks really nice. Also, there's a problem with the path. I physically cannot walk through here in first person, and I can't jump over it or anything. So yeah, the pathing in this game is absolutely brilliant, but it is very buggy. So I mean, I have to come out, get first person and place myself down. And I don't know if I can go back up. I can't remember. Oh, I can go back up, but I can't come down. But yeah, anyway, you walk in, you have the coaster coming above you. Oh, that was good timing. And I think it looks very cool. I added some cracks on the floor. I wasn't sure if I was going to add them, but I think it looks good, and I think it's just an added detail. I mean, the whole point of the quarry is that it's abandoned and it's not clean and up to date, so a couple cracks can't hurt, and I think it stops the floor from being very boring and grey. We have a little centerpiece here, not a lot of detail, just a what are these called? A trailer with some metal on it, and yeah, It adds something to the area. I didn't want it to be blank. I didn't want to put like a fountain in. So we've got that. Before we move on to the main rides, we have a little refresh and refill station. I think I nicked that name from like Alton Towers. I don't know if the Alton Towers parks have that name, but either way, it's mine now, and I've stolen it for the Untitled Park series. So 3 vending machines, whatever you want, and a lovely bin. And again, you get a great view of the cafe up there, and a lovely rock formation. We love to see it. And yeah, we'll end with the roller coaster, but we'll start on Steel Surge, the roller coaster. That's not a roller coaster, the drop tower. This was the first ride I made in the park, and I think it looks great. I mean, I know I said this in episode 3 or 2. Someone else has already done this in Planet Coaster 1, but I had no idea at the time. So I didn't copy them, our brains did the same thing. And I'm going to quickly come out and show you the ride up close because you can't really see it that well in first person. But look at that. I remember this took me quite a while to do because, I mean, all the pieces are like singular pieces like that. But I'm very happy with the way it turned out, and it looks like it's meant to belong together, if you know what I mean. So yeah, very happy with that. And yeah, I think it looks great. Hello, where are you off to? Yeah, well, you can take a closer look at the sign I made for the ride. I'm so glad Planet Coaster 2 added custom billboards because, I mean, there's no way you're making this in with pieces. I mean, something I would like to see is maybe a tester seat come to the game. I think it would look cool if we have like a tester seat so people can come and try the ride before they go on. And that's something we could do with the workshop in Planet Coaster 1. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm sure people have already made some. I didn't look, to be honest, but yeah. Let's go on the ride! We've got the cool entrance sign with a lovely font that I downloaded from the Frontier Workshop. And you walk in, you've got some random junk in there. And again, this is quite a fun theme to make because nothing has to be perfect. You can just place random things down and it will look cool. And also another item I love in the game are these like tarps. Look at this! We needed that in Planet Coaster 1. And yeah, this is perfect. Because I mean, thinking about it, this park is in the UK, so you don't want to get rained on while you're waiting for a ride. We've got a little custom screen that will be playing stuff later down the line. Again, that is something that I'll need to get around to. And yeah, just walking around, you've got some shipping containers that you can download from my Instagram, and in the background we have like a fake under construction sort of metal frame, and then for a little bit you actually walk through a shipping container, got some lovely lights on there, and then you walk through to the station. And I think we should take a ride. Oh, we're on it. Okay, we're going on it now. Now, I actually haven't ridden this yet in the game, so we'll see what the view's like. Now, I couldn't figure out a way to only make it a drop tower. I know there is a way, but my brain couldn't figure it out. Because yeah, I only wanted this to be a drop tower, but I mean, unfortunately, we've got a little bounce going on, and we go back up, which is not the end of the world, but it would have been nice to figure it out. Whoa, and there we go. We go back up. Lovely view of the ride as well. There we go. I'm gonna try out all the seats. There we go. That's a cool view of the area. That's a really good view actually. Walk about this way. Nice view of the cafe and the queue line. And then a lovely view of an empty field. And oh god. And then yeah, you come off. You can put your bags in here. I found it quite hard to like theme up the inside of the ride because there's not a lot of space to work with at all. And I kind of messed up for myself at the beginning by placing it here and having such a tight queue line. But that's something to improve going forward. Yeah, you can put your bag in there, and then when you come off, I've made a little gate, little gate, and that is the ride. Again, the station building was a little bit tricky to make given that I gave it such a tight queue line, but apart from that, I think it looks good as my first flat ride, and we can take what we didn't like and improve it for the future. So there we go, we come out here next to the entrance and we move on to the main ride. Now this ride caused me quite a lot of problems when making it. It took me so long to make the layout, but hey, that's what the game's about, making something you're happy with. And also, again, I know I've said this before, but that's what this series is about. Not worrying about making everything perfectly. Nothing's going to be perfect. Just making something that you're happy with and moving on to the next thing. Otherwise, nothing ever gets done. So here we have Mechanica. We have a little animated approximate wait time, little, what's it called, queue time board here. Again, don't know how realistic that would be, but I think it looks really cool. And here we have the ride board as well. I made this on a live stream. If you want to go watch that, I basically made the photos, which I'll show you after coming off, and this ride sign in a live stream. So if you want to watch that, it's on the channel, and feel free to do that. So let's ride Mechanica. Let's go in. And yeah, we've got some organized mess on the floor over there. But let's walk into the queue line. Let's do it. So, normal shipping container. You walk in, and oh my goodness. you're in a cave. I'm gonna be honest, this was really hard to work around because I made the ride first, did the queue line, and then there wasn't a lot of space to work with the inside of the mine. But you know what? I don't think it looks too bad. Got the corner here, we've got some random clutter on the floor, and yeah, I think it looks really cool. I think it's something different, not just like a normal basic queue line that like you had for Steel Surge. It's like a proper, it's got lore, it's got a storyline to it. This was a nice little feature. You've got a hole in the roof where you can watch the ride come past. I can hear it. Oh, there you go. There you go, got some lighting, and there is fog as well, but I don't know why it didn't work. Then you walk up here, come out in a normal shipping container, and there you go. There you go, we've got the weird Hyperia overbank, outer bank thing. I still don't know a name for that. And you've got a cool view of the little stool. I think that's what it's called. And yeah, you follow the queue round, and we get to the main queue line. Again, some more rocks and some more like organised clutter, and some more screens that I'll put a video on very soon. Let's follow the queue line round. Got some wooden pallets on the floor. I don't know if I'm going to extend anything beyond this part of the park, so going forward we might get rid of these fences and have like another area over here, but for now I want to keep it closed in. Yeah, so coming down over here, I copied the brain from the entrance and put a little beam on there, and also this took me forever and I'm very happy with it, so I'm going to use it more than once. Coming down here, I was very inspired by Hyperia to make like a fence next to the outer bank, and I've just realised now from the guest view you can't see it. Can we crouch? Okay, we can crouch and pretend like we can see it a bit better. Here it comes, coming out. We got some lighting as well that I'll show you at night, and off it goes. So yeah, follow the queue line round. I'm gonna add probably more rocks to this at some point in the future. And here we have the station building. I'll show you this in a little bit, third person. But you come up the stairs. I'll add something here. Again, 98% complete. So I'm gonna add more stuff there. And then you come into the station. And here we are. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I was a bit worried at first because I thought, I don't know how I'm going to put a building in the quarry because it's not meant to have buildings. It's meant to be like run down and abandoned. But I'd say I figured it out pretty well. We've got the op cabin round here. Oh, ignore this. We've got the op cabin with a really poorly placed plant. Got the chair here. So if you sit here, I made a little CCTV video of the ride going up the lift hill, which I think is really cool. I'm sorry I'm biased, but I think that's really cool. And it's just a nice little thing to have on loop, little detail to the park. So there we go. So yeah, back in the main station we have this random wagon trailer thing, and we have the numbers of the rows on the floor and in the sky. But yeah, again, very happy with how this turned out. Let's go row number 1 and let's ride the ride for the final time. We can see it coming in the broken wall here. That took me a while to do, but I think it paid off, because a problem you have with a 3D game is there'll be a lot of pieces overlapping, and when you do that there's like a really annoying glitchy effect. So with every piece I had to overlap, I had to find a way to like move it the tiniest bit so it doesn't do that. Okay, let's ride it. Please. Can I get on? Can I get on? How do I get on? Please? No! Come back! Right, we're going to do a seat view because I don't think I've done that before. I'm very happy with this ride. I think it works quite well. A lot of people are calling it the Smiler. I don't see the similarities personally, but if you want to call it that, you can. But yeah, here we go. Enjoy the ride. There we go, coming back into the station. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Obviously there are things I would change, definitely, but this is the first area of the park. Of course we're going to evolve and we're going to make new ideas. I've already got a couple of ideas, so make sure you watch to the end to see what the next theme in the park will be. But until then, we've got some signs on the wall. You'd get your bag and then you'd leave. And this exit pathway was so awkward because it was very close to the ride and I didn't know what I was doing, and the main queue is underneath the path, so it was clipping over. It was annoying, but I got there in the end. The ride's coming down, you get a cool view, and in the end I'm very happy with it. I think it looks looks nice. I've made a little handrail so people can not fall down the stairs. And also I've added these yellow like markers on the stairs, just as a little bit of realism. And we come down and we've got the ride photos on the left. Again, we've got that gate from the flat ride that I've just copy and pasted and put there. And now we head to the final bit of the quarry, the ride photo stand. There's no people working because I fired them all. Yeah, again, in that same live stream, I created some on-ride photos for the ride. And here we go. Here are the on-ride photos. And yeah, I created 2 different photos just so it's not the same exact one, copy and pasted. And yeah, we've even got the Untitled Park Series watermark over it like the parks would actually do. And there we go. That is the photo stand for Mechanica, and that is the area completed. Let me just quickly show you the station building. These are all made up of like little brick pieces that I've put together. Got the roof, and I am very, very happy with it. And also shout out to this little area. I'm really happy with the way it looks. And there's the area in full. I completely forgot about the cafe, so I'm going to show you that. Here's the Crane's View Cafe. We have a lovely view of the crane behind the cafe, and let's walk in. This does look a lot better at night in my opinion, but we have the tables. We've got the numbered tables. You had to do it for realism. I think the interior looks sick. We have like metal pipes that I put down because I didn't know what to do exactly. So we're sort of going into the steampunky theme here, but I mean, I think it works. So yeah, we got all our tables, loads of seating. We're not going to run out of seats anytime soon. We have our counter with the wait here sign and sheaf beef. Again, the back is very empty, so I'm going to finish that off later down the line. But yeah, a lot of windows in this place as well. A little corner single seating area that kind of, you can get a kind of decent view of the entrance, but I mean, it's something different that I think looks pretty nice. Little plant in the corner. Look at that little cute plant in the corner. And then you move onto your outdoor seating, your little balcony. So you walk through here. I should have opened the doors, but it's too late. And here we have the outdoor seating with umbrellas this time because it is the UK, so it's either going to be really, really sunny or pouring with rain. There's no in between. And yeah, you get a great view of the whole area. So yeah, very happy with that, and I'm very happy with the whole area in general, and I hope you are too. So there's one final thing to do, and that is to see the whole area at night because I think it looks really good at night. I've put a load of lighting in. So yeah, let's have a look. And here we have the quarry at night. Now we're going to start in the cafe really quickly. Basically, it was really dark in here and I didn't know how to fix it because some of the lights are really, really bright and some are not. Yeah, I ended up putting these like very school looking beam lights at the top, so they'll do for now. If we get some more lights in the future, I can put them up. But yeah, it looks fine for now. Moving on to the balcony, we have some more lighting. We've got the string lights up there. So yeah, that's the cafe. I think it looks quite nice. I mean, you don't want to be blinded by really white fluorescent lights when you're having a meal. But yeah, very nice. Moving on to the entrance, we have the quarry sign lit up, and let's move on down. I wanted the main lights in the park on the pathing to be orange, and then anywhere else in the park I wanted there to be like a blue sort of feel to it. So yeah, you'll see around any like rock formations they'll have a blue light to it, and I think it looks scrumdiddlyumptious. The only thing I really don't like about the lighting is the flat ride. You can't turn them lights off. It is so bright and it's so like fairgroundy, and you can't turn them off, which is a bit heartbreaking. So Frontier, if you're watching, I would really appreciate it if we have an option to turn all the lights off. Thank you. Yeah, the Still Surge queue is quite lit up. Again, we've got the blue sort of lights on the rocks, which I think look scrumdiddlyumptious. I've said it again. And yeah, let's go on the ride. I mean, you get a great overview of the park. There we go. Let's move on to Mechanica because I've done a lot of lighting with Mechanica and I want to show it off. So again, we walk into the shipping container. We got some blue lights on the roof. To be fair, this cave looks a lot better in the daytime. I don't know how that's possible, but it looks a lot darker at day. So I'm gonna quickly go through the cave. Whoa, there we go. That's blinding. There we go. I've put little floodlights on the fences, and I think they look great from far away. Again, copied it from Hyperia pretty much. Yeah, the queue line's pretty well lit. I might go back and add some blue floodlights to like here, just to add some colour to the area. And there we go. We got the lighting effect with the train going round. Sorry you can't see it. I should have thought about the fence being in the way. Going back into the station, it's pretty dimly lit. Again, I didn't want it to be blinding because this is an abandoned building, so I don't want it to be mint condition fluorescent lights in there. Subtle enough that you can see what's happening, but not in your face lighting. And yeah, something else I did was when the train leaves, I put a little effect. Again, stolen a bit from Hyperia, but there we go. We got a lighting effect of the train leaving. I'm so happy with that. I think it looks really nice. And let's go for a ride. Here we go on Mechanica at night. There we go, back into the abandoned building. I don't know if you'd agree, but there's quite a cozy vibe to this station, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And yeah, coming off we've got the exit path, which looks really nice with like the low down lighting, and also as a guest perspective, look at that, you get the lighting as the train goes past. And I believe that is pretty much everything to do with the quarry. There we go, here's a overlook of the area with the lighting and everything, and I'm super duper happy with it. And I think we got there in the end. It took a long time. I don't know when I uploaded the first episode of The Quarry, but it was a while ago. But thank you for sticking around and watching the series and supporting the series. It means a lot. So let's do a final piece count of the whole area, because knowing me, I mean, this one bar here, this one bar is made up of them pieces. So I'm kind of scared to see what's going to come out. The final piece count for The Quarry and some other trees in the area is 42,289. Damn, that is a lot of pieces. Well, there we go, the quarry is complete. So we've got to move on to another area of the park. So if you've made it this far and you've watched along and you've watched the whole series, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I can't get over how many people are invested in this series, but it means the world. So thank you for watching, and keep on watching to see the next theme for the Untitled Park series. I wanted to start this series because it's sometimes exhausting to get into the cycle of coming up with a creative idea and not being able to bring it to life. I wanted to prove that no matter how overwhelming something may feel at the time, with some persistence and encouragement you can truly create anything you want. And to anyone who left a comment, liked the video, or even watched the videos, you made me realise that I wasn't the only one stuck in this cycle. So to you watching this right now, thank you. Bye.